This is the AS ZQ8. How y'all doing? I am gonna try this one more time. Now that I've figured out a lot about the OBS recording player, I'm going to be doing a series of Let's Plays for System Shock. So this is a Let's Play that I have been wanting to do for a long time. There's a lot of System Shock 2 out there online, but there's really not much in terms of this one. This was a really interesting game. It's one of the first games where you could backtrack into levels in a first-person shooter in a non-linear fashion, and it's necessary in order to actually advance through the game. Unlike what we've seen up until that point, which was stuff like Doom, where it's you start to a thing, you accomplish a couple bits and pieces, keys and whatnot, and then you end. All in a line, all in a line. Now this game still uses two-dimensional sprites as part of their animation, and the polygons are not terribly complex, at least level-wise, you know, in the shape of the level. But the gameplay is just as solid as, you know, like a System Shock 2, minus a few little improvements like character development, RPG sort of aspect. So let's get started. I'll go with my own name, and, well, close enough. Now, it's really important in this game to be precise about how to set your keys. If you guys have any questions, I'll go ahead and list them out in the comments. Okay.
Employee 2-4601, listen carefully. My name is Rebecca Lansing, and I'm a counter-terrorism consultant to TriOptimum. We're tracking a disruption on Citadel Station, something involving an onboard AI called SHODAN. You are TriOp's only contact on station. Communications are out, and there is evidence of biological contamination. The mining laser is charging for a possible strike against Earth. There's a man named Nathan Darcy who may know something about taking the laser offline. His office is near the central hub on your level. The AI is on the bridge. Once the laser is out, look for the source of the problem there. And by the way, we know all about you and your friend Diego. Pull this off, and we'll clear your record. That implant you're wearing is military-grade hardware. Use it well. Lansing out.
So this is a letter to myself. Took him half a year to get put back together with a high-tech thing in his head. And of course, while he was sleeping, things went to shit. Let's set this up the way I like it. There we go. And that. This is a healing bed. I think there's only 4 of them in the game. They are extremely valuable, and they can be destroyed on accident, so look after these. Dart gun is good for a little while. I'll be needing that later, though.
Welcome back to Citadel Station. We hope your somnolent healing stage went well. Today is the 6th day of November, year 2072. You are currently in the healing suites located on the first level.
Sorry about that.
Level 2 contains the research laboratories, houses the Department of Maintenance, and the storage cells are on level 4. The flight deck is on level 5. Level 6 holds crew facilities and executive suites, and level 7 is systems engineering. Level 8 houses the Department of Security. The bridge is located on level 9, and energy systems on level R. All levels can be accessed by the elevator in Alpha Quadrant. We hope you have a pleasant stay. on Citadel Station.
I'm sure that Shodan would never like to admit the fact that her rebirth into beauty is highly the work of the hacker who you're playing, screwing around in her programming. I forget what it is that he was paid to do, but oh well.
Shodan security is closing down on us. The elevators are frozen. Myra keeps saying that it's the cameras and the medical CPU core that Shodan's using these to hold us afloat. That's all fine, but I don't really see how it helps. The thing is everywhere.
Come on.
Gunther was killed today. I can't let myself think about it. I think I understand how Shodan is doing it.
That was not
When
my
we destroy the
intention.
cameras and CPU nodes, Shodan loses some of its control over the station functions, at least on this level. I think I can restore manual control in the hospital.
I forgot something important. The security cameras should be destroyed. Each of them is dividing up how much security there is per level. Most of it are in the main nodes, but if you want to get through a specific hidden door on each level, which has really powerful goodies, you need to kill these things. And the map really helps me to do that because they always show up as little red dots. So I try to open it up as much as possible so that I don't miss them. These mutants, I assume, were the crew, and all it took was a little bit of a virus to get them moved along to something more useful to our would-be goddess.
Status report. We're holed up in the Beta Quadrant behind a radioactive trench. The mutants are scavenging for food in the corridors and nesting in Gamma. I sent a party to the West Wing for supplies maybe 12 hours ago. Nathan Darcy is thinking up ways to disable the mining laser. Looks like we might hold them off.
So yeah, the switches don't stand out for the most part. They're just part of the coloring of the wall, but they can in fact be interacted with, and you'll need to do that. That's Gyrak.
If any survivors can hear me, please. Some of us are still resisting Shodan. We have a sanctuary in Beta Quadrant, guarded by a radioactive trench. There's a force bridge that operates off a wiring panel. If you're coming in from Alpha, the guards will extend the bridge for you. Be very careful. Mutants are all over the corridors. Good luck.
Good luck to that. So, this is a cyberspace jack. It opens up kind of a large mini game with different controls, and it allows you to open doors and pick up new software, like these guys. So you have a pulsar, which you use to take down enemies, and a drill, which you use to take down ice-covered software, which typically is pretty valuable stuff. You don't want to touch these. They'll destroy integrity. If you lose all your integrity, you will take damage in the real as you're being booted out of the system. But for the most part, it's alright. Just, you're trying to get something done and you don't want to get stopped in the middle of it. Ah! That's a really simple game. Ping is actually Pong. Just like when the thing actually first came out. And I think there's 8 of those mini games you can play. They're just fun to toy with. So you can see, I think, most of cyberspace in the entire station. Just from one area. Yeah, I got lost there for a sec. Now you can't strafe here, you can only turn. It's something I gotta get used to. Come on. Thank you. I don't want to leave yet. Ah, my mistake. Just bear with me for a sec. There are some items hidden in here, and the door opener. So, need that. I think there's items in here, aren't there? Come on. I don't have the drill yet. Ah, that's it. Or something else like that, I guess. Alright, where's the exit? There we go. Okay, so that door behind me is opened up. And there's a mag pulse here. That, you know, it's like an EMP gun, I guess, basically. Ammo becomes more common as you get through the game. So where are we going to go to next? I've got a dart gun already. And got hidden panels periodically, which will mean to get that ready for healing. There's a couple of options if you need to heal up, but I mostly use the patches. That is a cyborg. Pretty standard class. Anyone who ends up having to go to the, I forget what the rebuilding units are called, until you turn them off, they come out like that. Haha. Okay, okay. What are we looking at? That was not what I was attempting to do. This... that's a different matter. I don't know if I'm gonna catch all of the cameras this time around. I'll probably take care of it on my own time, and I'll just report it then. So a different animation is played when you hit an enemy versus when you hit something that's not the enemy. So you can use that as a good measuring stick. I like to use the lean as much as I can to peek around corners. It really does keep you out of danger. There's 4 cameras in this space. Come on. And I can override the gate here. Although, there's another way through somewhere else, which I'll probably end up taking. I mean, through that radioactive corridor that I was talking about. That's the main way, I guess? This is kind of the back entrance, but having that opened up is going to be pretty good. Sorry. Reacting a bit.
got to get to the bridge and stop Shodan. Some of us want to go to the flight deck and escape instead. Hopefully, there's still some weapons in the armory we can use against the mutants. Todd Blankenship was able to get the combination 705 from a security officer. We're gonna try for it tomorrow.
The resistance faction led by Keith Swanson left a week ago. We found the mutants fighting over the remains. We're caught between the mutants and the cyborgs, so I'm worried whether we can carry out Darcy's plan. We're going to send Alan and Carl through the cyborg territory to reach the elevator.
Carl has come back from recon without Alan. He says they took Alan into a room marked cyborg conversion, and now he's a cyborg assassin. Carl marked the room with the word "here" before he ran. One of the technicians says we can just flip a switch and make the converter a surgery unit again. With only 12 of us left, though, it may be an academic point. Maybe someone else should have been leader.
Okay. So that's the way to go. I'll just kind of take Little John this way. Or I guess I was thinking somewhere else. Yeah. Let's see, I gotta get up there to Darcy's office. If I could just remember how to do that. Here we are. That goes nowhere. I haven't been using any energy weapons, so don't need it yet. This plays video. Pretty straightforward. Nothing to read. This is Darcy's office. I assume that might be the man himself. Bad business.
Alright, Althea. We can destroy the laser by firing it into the station's own shields. Isotope X-22 is stored in the science level, and we need to bring it down to the reactor level to power the shields. Then you turn them on, use the safety override code to enable the laser, and fire. The laser controls and my notes are on the science level, and the override code's in the science library. I have no idea how you're gonna do all this, but good luck.
Luck indeed. Nobody down here. Rarely there's items on corpses. Since I'm kind of a kleptomaniac, I tend to look at them all. Now, where was that other entrance? Here we go. Right. This is a maintenance hallway. There's a couple things down here. The spark will overheat very quickly, but it's alright. I mean, it's pretty efficient on energy. You know, and since you can refill ammo whenever you find a unit anywhere, not too much to worry about. Alright, so this is the back entrance to the cyborg area. And there's a little goodie in here, I think. A couple of grenades. Since getting infected with bio stuff isn't my idea of fun, I think I'll move along. Frankly, I don't know how it is that he's not having problems with all the different kind of mutagens and viruses there are. Let's see. That's pretty good. I think this is security. Nope. Yeah, it is. I missed a camera somewhere. Oh well. I assume this is where they decided to hole up and try to resist Shodan. Don't need to explain what happened.
We're finished. Heath and the others went down the access corridor an hour ago to fight the mutants. None of them have come back. Soon the mutants will come for the rest of us.
Very optimistic, young lady.
Got the supplies from the West Wing. Hanson and Rain killed by mutants nesting access corridor. We can't just hide here. They're killing us one by one. In an hour, about 20 of us are gonna rush them. We'll try to break through the access corridor and go for the bridge. If we fail,
That is a cyborg assassin. These guys are a particular problem when they have got an angle on you. And what our friends over at Looking Glass decided to do with them is periodically put them in a space where you can't see them. And since they are silent when they attack you, you'll just walk by and suddenly start losing health. Whoops. Yeah. So this guy here is the Shodan door. I've got to get the security down to 0% before that will open up. Let's see if I can figure this one out this time. There we go. That went well. This is the radioactive corridor that the guy in the recording was talking about. If you touch those panels down there, you'll lose health.
Must be one of the last ones who hasn't
Might be
changed.
honing down there.
Shodan must have altered the healing machine I installed in Alpha Quadrant. It does things to people now. I think I saw Beth yesterday, but she had so many implants I couldn't be sure. If I can get to the machine, I know I can set things right again.
I don't know why it is that the text is different from what the audio recordings are for these different characters, but, well, it's alright either way. Alright, now we're getting down to it. here. Yep, this is the other side of the grate. What to do? Okay, the spark seems to be doing better work than the needler. Come on. Thank you. This place is filled to the brim with enemies. Let's give these guys a little gift. That was pretty good.
We underestimated Shodan. It's reprogrammed regeneration rooms all over the station into cyborg conversion chambers. Anyone going in to get healed comes out as a cyborg. I've disconnected the medical CPUs from Shodan's main data bank, so we can reset them to their normal healing functions without Shodan noticing. I'm on my way now to reset the one on the hospital level.
So this is the trick.
Cyborg conversion cancelled. Standard station restoration procedures online.
You can now feel at ease being dead. Sometimes though the lever is not in the same place. Like in the next level, for example. Yeah, there's a camera down here.
Camera activating security door.
Those are all cyborgs, just raring to go. Come on. Never use a stun gun. Lucky shot, that one. I don't know if there's anything here that's particularly nice to have other than a concussion bomb. There's an additional lead pipe if you need the sexy melee.
They're trying to jam.
This elevator serves me alone. I have complete control of this entire level. With cameras as my eyes and nodes as my hands, I rule here. Insect.
Yep, she knows what she wants.
To all cyborg humans, just as
We have sanitized my
domain of human infestation, so shall we cleanse the earth. The Tachyon warning beam is being made ready to
destroy human cities.
I will take command of the rich earth ecosystem and continue
Experiment.
Once the beam is properly calibrated, we will begin. Directed to Cyborg F-71. We will now test the virus in a proper environment. Move mutagen experiment V5
To Beta Grove.
on the executive level. Let the virus infect the grove
And observe
its effects on vegetable and animal life forms. When the strain is perfected, we will release it on the Earth, where it will facilitate progress.
What to do. Blow myself up, apparently. God damn. Shall we try that one more time? Alright. A little bit better. This opens up a passage behind me. I'm still lacking, well, another 3 or 4 different softwares for my rig. Right. Nope.
You are not welcomed here. Remove yourself.
Do you think I would be getting up to all this if I needed permission? Apparently, a shot with a mag pulse is not quite enough for that guy. I believe there is a pistol somewhere down here, which is definitely going to be a big game changer.
Enter that room, insect, and it will become your prey.
Is there a second one down here? What is this? What is this? Yes. So, before we get started, let's take care of a few things. That number is going to be important, but only after I blow these things up. Let's try a nitro. I am getting taken apart. Oh, man.
Who are are you? The computer nodes can be repaired, but you... Who are you? My cameras and probes scan your body, but you do not match any employee file. When my cyborgs bring you to an electrified interrogation bench, I will have your secret. And you will learn more about pain than you ever wanted to know.
I definitely felt better. Hi. I think I'm gonna move to one of these. Alright. Come on. Wait for it. Shoot. Oh. We're talking about like 12 or 15 of these things? Just makes finding it a little easier sometimes. Now, before I was so rudely interrupted, the nodes are down, and the number is 6. You'll see a few of these throughout the game, and you'll need to write those down. Now then. I think that's pretty much everything for this level. I'm gonna go ahead and make my way to the elevator. And after this, there is the science and research floor of the station. Take me just a sec. I don't really need to use ammunition on these guys, but sometimes it makes things a little faster. Alright. I'll end the video here. And I recommend that you get a Berserk ready for when you get into the next floor. You'll see why. So this is EAS CQ8 getting attacked by me, and y'all take it easy. See you later.